So, General Mkhwanazi has come out to say this about crime in SA. Mkhwanazi blames absent fathers for surge in crime. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi has sparked debate by linking the escalating crime rates to absent fathers in many households. Speaking at a provincial stakeholders engagement session, Mkhwanazi highlighted how broken family structures can drive youth towards gangs and criminal activities. Without fathers, young men often seek role models in the wrong places, he said. Now, I totally 100% agree with this statement. A lot of men need good role models, right? And I feel like if we did not have broken homes and we had fathers in the house who were positive role models, right, we would produce men who are good members of the community. Instead, the opposite is happening, where men are often not caring for their children, often not being good role models for their children, right? The stats for absent fathers in this country is too high, right? And really, these children grow up and go looking for role models, male role models in the wrong place, especially gang members. Or rather, places where, a high percentage of gang members are present. These children are trained from a very young age by these negative role models, male role models, to become criminals. You see it a lot. I mean, it's also documented on TV as well. So I definitely agree with this statement, Yakam Mkhwanazi, and I also feel like it's also a sensitive topic to many, and it's not talked about more, and I feel like it needs to be talked about more too. Also, abuse against women would also decrease if there were positive role models to guide the young boys. Okay, I really think so. So a lot of people had a lot to say. Okay, so a few people had this to say. So someone said, that's very true. If every father was playing a good role in their kids' lives, we wouldn't be here as a country. Everything starts at home. If the parents fail, then there's no hope for a better future. So someone else said it's a huge component to the problem. I wouldn't say it's the only issue. Yes, I also do agree there. It is not the only issue. Someone said true, single parents are struggling to raise their kids without fathers. The other one reads, boy children need male role models. These could be uncles or grandfathers if the dad isn't available. But boys need strong male role models. I definitely agree there. If there are no fathers involved, then definitely grandfathers or stepfathers or uncles as well. All of those people who are good role models or who are good members of the community can become role models, positive role models for these young children. The other reads, I totally agree with Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. The absence of fathers in the home often leaves young men without proper guidance and discipline. Very true, guys. There's only so much one parent can do, and most of the time it's single mothers that are raising these boy children. Okay, and some of these boy children do turn out to be on the criminal side of stuff, but there's a lot of them as well who also grow up being positive role models to their own children and to other members of the family as well. And I'm speaking because of the fact that I know that my uncle was raised by a single parent, my own grandmother, and she did an excellent job with him, okay? And he is a huge positive role model to me, as his niece, and also to his two children as well. Okay, so he's there, he's responsible, he's a responsible dad, and he has said in the past that he will always be there for his children, because he knows what it feels like not to have a father. And so I'm very proud of him, and there's a lot of men like him. There's a lot of men like him who grew up with single mothers and turned out to be successful human beings. Okay, so I also think like it has a lot to do with how you grow up, the values that you teach your child. Listen, I also know of young guys, or rather guys, who have turned out not to be present fathers, yet they grew up in households that, where they had both the mother and the father, but they have a child, but they're not, they are absent fathers. So it really depends on how you grew up, and the values that you were taught as a young guy, as a young boy. So there's a lot of components involved, in this whole thing when it comes to these young boys. But I honestly think that if boys had good role models and, present fathers, I think there'll be a lot less crime in this country. So it's a topic that needs to be discussed even more. Okay. And yeah, a lot needs to be done. So, my people, do let me know what you think on the comment section, and I'll definitely engage with you. I think it's on point. I don't want to lie. Like this video if you love this video. Do subscribe. Do what you have to do. And I'll see you guys on my next upload. Bye.